Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the voice of F and I'm reaching you guys all the way from West Africa, Nigeria to be precise. Alright, I want to welcome you guys right about now to another live streaming section. We do this every day from Mondays to Friday, and on this hour, which is on the morning section, we'll be looking at the London session on all the major pairs, just like we usually do before now. Okay, for the guys that joined the live streaming yesterday, it was an interesting one, and was filled with a lot of conversations around the major pairs, and we also took out time to look at gold, BTC, and all the major forex pairs we have. Okay, and alongside that, we also had conversations around um, some interesting tools and strategies by which we use in analyzing price action, and all of this happens right here live on your screen. All you need to do is, if you are coming across this video for the first time, all we can ask for is you like the video and also subscribe if you are not yet in the community. All right, the whole essence of this is we are grooming a community whereby people have a similar mindset, can come around and share ideas and knowledge centered around financial market as a whole. Also, one thing I want to point out here is that we don't give financial advice. Okay, I believe if you decide by yourself that you want to pursue a path in trading financial market, I believe you have, or you must have done your proper you must have done your proper research and calculations based on the risk you would want to take. And yeah, that's that about that. So once again, I welcome each and everyone that is joining us live and back to this live streaming section. Today is Friday, apparently, and we'll be kicking off by looking at what price is doing, what price did, and how we can go ahead and partaking in today's price action. Okay, so without wasting further time, let's head on to the charts to see what's going on around there. All right, so yesterday we saw some interesting things happened in the market. We saw the news, we saw how candles without bottom wick or top wick react with each other, and all of these things we experienced all of them live here on the live stream, which is quite educating and informative, because I must say that sharing ideas and pretty much having people joining the live stream and having conversations around what works and what not work, it was quite helpful, and I really appreciate anyone that made it possible for that to happen. Okay, and also yesterday I took out time to pretty much look at some things that maybe I've been overlooking in price, and I must say I saw some interesting things that I would also would want to share with you guys on the live stream. Okay, but the best way to go about that is if we see a setup that would align properly to that. That would greatly be quite important that that happens, so that in as much as I'm telling you guys the story, we would also have the opportunity to try it out in the live market and see how that reacts. All right, so for the guys that have been joining my live stream, they already know how we do it here. So first of all, we start off by clearing our chart. You can see I deleted all my drawings from yesterday's chart, and we are currently looking at Euro USD. So we need to paint out the picture of what we think price is doing, and from there we can now pretty much see where and how we can align ourselves to what price is doing and trade in that direction. Okay, so with that said, if you're joining, only thing I can ask for you from you is as simple as like the video, share with friends, family, and other people that you think will be interested, and we would head on to it. Okay, I'm seeing some of my guys already in the chat section. Why be fair, I see you. Hello, Ferran, hello to you too. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody that's joining. If you're joining from another spectrum, uh, from any part of the world, I would say good day to you. Okay, because I know not all of us are in the same time zone. Okay, so good morning, everyone. We go again today. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. I hope you guys did had a good night rest, because it's very important that you take your health serious. So rest is something you should do. I hope everybody is well rested and is ready to conquer today. All right. So yeah, that's that about that. Let's still head back to the chat and see what we can make out of markets today. All right. Ideally, we'll kick off by drawing out the obvious pattern we can see here and what price has been doing throughout the midnight calm this morning. Okay, for some reason I see an obvious swings here. Okay, but I will draw it out so that we can have a holistic view. I'll start from here. Okay, and we'll pretty much draw out the swings we see, or rather the obvious swings that we see in here. We have these ones are internal all the way. Let me still draw it out. There's no need not to draw it out. Okay, those guys say are quite tiny, all the way up there. But you see market is currently trading all the way down there. So looking at this, I would greatly say that Euro USD obviously is in a downtrend because of the series of lower highs and lower low that is being created. Although there might be a change in trend here, but I don't know yet. Would only allow market to show us that. So once we see that, then we can engage. But for now, we are not making any decision yet. But for one thing we are sure about is we've been able to determine what trend Euro USD is currently in. Although it looks obvious, because you can see it's an obvious sell. If you look at it, if you zoom out, you will see how the market has been pretty much been coming down, and it's not anything surprising because we had a call yesterday that DXY was looking very bullish, and already you can see how that trickles down to the major pairs and how price correlates on that based on the price movement we are currently seeing on the chart. So that's not surprising that we can see that Euro is currently looking bearish. All right, but with that said, we would wait for a further price development to determine how we'll engage and what we expect price to do before we engage. Okay, so this is my view on Euro USD. I will take out time to touch base on the British pound and other major pairs. All right, so let's move over to the British pound. If we move over to the British pound, I'm using the wrong chart. Not like the wrong chart, but yeah, this is where I should be looking at. Taking my yeah, this is where I have my main drawings. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Let's use this one. I will clear up this as usual, and for us to have a clean chart, now we can now try to understand what British pound is doing. Okay, on the other hand, I see what British pound is doing, but let me think. I want to take a think I might want to take a buy on British pound, but I would only do that once I see a proper unicorn here. Although nothing much has happened, but I want to see what price does around here on British pound. But the overall is still the same. It's quite similar to what Euro USD has been doing. Series of higher, lower highs and lower lows. Obviously, you can see them. All the swings that I'm marking out there. You can see each high is lower than the other high. Each high is lower than the other one, which is a pretty much market structure for a bearish trend. So the current trend I'm seeing here is bearish. Mind you, we are looking at the 15-minute time. No, sorry, this is the 5-minute time frame. Oh, my bad, guys. Ideally, I like to look at the 15 minutes. So thank God I saw this now. So I'm going to switch over back to 15 minutes. My bad. I think I might have to re-evaluate Euro USD because at the time I did that, I was looking at the 5 minutes. So, but yeah, let's look at Euro USD on the 15-minute right about now. Okay. I think I'm seeing something here. Let me see what happened here. What happened here? I see what happened here. Okay. All right. I see. All right. So back to the matter. All right. So we see an interesting. Still the same, but this is now on the 15-minute time frame. So now I can now draw out the pattern one more time. Okay, initially we saw price scale here, we had a small bounce here, broke on the internal structure there. You can see price apparently just decided to trade down. We have a couple of pullback here, which is not anything major, has small internal swing here, and you can see price is still on the bearish move. So just looking at this pattern, if I should move this out, just looking at that, is obviously you can see that Euro USD is actually on a bearish trend. So I'm going to put it back into the chart where we drew it from. Okay, and ideally, what we do here, we like to mark out the high that we think market is using to control the current price. So this is the top for me. Okay, we'll mark it as top. For the guys that will be joining the live stream, I believe when they see me make all this drawing, they will not be surprised because that's how we approach price here. Remember, I told you guys we do this every day from Monday to Friday. So this is not a new thing when you see me use the word top and bottom. If you join my stream up to now, you would know what I mean by that. So basically, this top is the top price is using to control the market that is trading in that range, and the bottom obviously is the bottom there for you. Then another thing I want to point out is that this is on the 15-minute time frame, so I don't expect you when you look at maybe other time frames to see the same thing that I'm saying. This is on the 15-minute time frame, so if you're joining live and maybe you want to follow up on what I'm exactly doing here, then all I can ask is you switch your chart on to the 15 minutes so that whatever I'm seeing here will apparently make sense to you. Okay, so yeah, that's that about Euro USD. We can see some interesting price going on here, but nothing major, nothing to be excited about. This is still morning. There is not much volume yet entering the market, so we just pretty much have to wait. Depending on depending on what price is going to do, will determine what we do. But for me, based on what I see here, I think I would want to look for a buy. All right, but I'm just saying that because of the fact that price has been on a bearish move since I think since Wednesday or so. Market has been pretty much been on this downtrend on Euro USD, and Friday being Friday, what I think I would envision for price to do is either to come back up and take out those liquidities that was built up from Wednesday up till now. Okay, so that's one thing I think price might do. But that being said, this is just me speculating. All right, the actual thing that price will do, price will tell us because we'll be here looking at it, and price will actually show us what it wants to do. All right, so for me, this is the range on Euro USD we should look out for until we have further breakouts out of this top and bottom that we marked out here. We are not going to make any decision. All we need to do is sit down on the sidewalk and pretty much observe and see what price is doing. All right, let's get to the British pound USD. The British pound USD, like I made mention, is quite similar to my speculation on Euro USD, which is me looking for an opportunity to see if we can get a buy. Okay, that's my view on British pound USD. We can also take our time to mark out the swings we'll see here. Okay, initially we had this range, price traded all the way down and took it out there. Okay, and just after taking it out, I think I might be I'm gonna be let me keep this way. Okay, all right, we had a low here, maybe some side move here, or you can also call it a pullback, just quite similar to what Euro is doing. Okay, so for me it's still the same thing. If I'm to mark it out, of course the top of the swing is here. This is where the candle body is. The candle body is here, but I like to place it at the wick. So the top wick there for me is the top that the price is currently trading at. Okay, the top and the bottom range is obviously the last low you see price putting in here would obviously take the bottom. So here is our bottom for British pound USD. Okay, remember what I told you guys. If price should um, start taking out that top, we'll be looking for an entry to buy. Okay, on the other hand, it's also good to pay attention on what price will be doing on the internal structure that we see there. Okay, but the overall move for me lies above that top. So if we see price start to take out that top, then we can look for an entry from that angle. So I think British pound is looking way more interesting for me, and compared to euro, but all of them are still aligned on the same trend and the same, price direction that I'm seeing on that. And that's my take on British pound USD. We'll just have to wait and see how price develops further for us to determine what we are going to do on that one. All right, then we'll take a quick look at Aussie dollar USD. We'll leave DXY for the last. We'll look at DXY for the last. So I'm going to mark out some other price level charts. New Zealand dollar USD. Okay, we use Orlando for that one. Okay, so they've been added here. So we'll just open the Aussie dollar chart and see what Aussie dollar is doing this morning. So apparently it's obvious, we can see what Aussie dollar is doing. The chart looks a lot of wiggle going on here. It's even hard to look at, but I would want price to clear out all these things. This chart is not looking, it's not the best chart for me. A lot of things is just going on here. It's even hard to look at. So for me, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to make an understanding of what price been doing here, but to be honest, it's not looking neat at all. It's not looking neat at all. It's not looking neat. I'm trying to make I'm seriously trying to make an understanding of what's going on here. A lot of things is just prices everywhere on Aussie dollar. So for me, Aussie dollar we'll just leave it alone. I can't make out. You see the price. If you compare this to this, you see clearly what I'm saying. You see here, you can see obvious price movements and how it's going. But if you compare that to this, you see price is just going up and down, up and down, up and down, swing, 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 swing. So for me, I would leave Aussie dollar alone. Let's look at New Zealand dollar, which is Warren Buffett's favorite pair. I don't know what Warren Buffett saw in New Zealand dollar USD, but I think she favors it above every other pair. On the other hand, I think I'm liking what New Zealand dollar is looking like now. We can consider this to be a very long ranging market, has been ranging there. You can see what price has been doing. It's pretty much trading almost inside that area. Okay, so right now we can see price coming down, which is actually now coming out of that range. So what I would speculate is if we can see price trade above that range, then we can look for a pullback like that to enter. So this is a possible entry for me on New Zealand dollar, but we need price to develop further in order to ascertain that. So for me, we'll keep an eye on New Zealand dollar for now. All right, let's head on to gold. Then we'll touch base on GXY for this morning. All right. So these drawings you see here is from yesterday. Okay, and there are a couple of things I saw on gold. If we traded gold here, it would have been a win, but we did not see that setup. And moreover, I do not trade gold, but from my conversation yesterday, I kind of started picking interest in to see what gold is doing and how I can align myself properly to be able to trade that. Okay, first of all, I'm going to start by deleting the previous drawings before we can now have a look on today's drawing. Okay, so on today's price, apparently we can see the trend that gold traded on. We have a couple of wiggle here, but it's not much. We can point this up, slight pull in here, up, slight pull in here, up, slight pull in here, up, then a pull down here, up. You see gradually the market started fading away from here. All right, all the way where it is now. Okay, so just like we did for the other guys, we basically use this pattern to pretty much get the trend we think. Because let's use the word think. All right, we don't have to be proud of our call. All right, we think that's where we have the top that is controlling the market. And obviously, the next thing I'll be looking to add on the chart, which is the bottom. Although we don't have a definitive bottom now, because you can see price is either looking for a new bottom or trying to reverse. So for now, we'll just add the bottom here. We will not attach it to any price low yet until price gives us a low that we deem to be a bottom. All right, so now let's touch base on DXY. And for the guys that have been joining my stream, they obviously know why we always touch base on DXY, because DXY is more or less the confirmento. DXY is the guy that pretty much tells us how healthy dollar is. And in trading financial market, it's quite important that you always pay attention to what dollar is doing, because all the major pairs and other pairs are majorly paired to it, and is the major driver on what market or price in general is doing. So it's very important that you pay attention to that. And yeah, so we'll have a quick look on that, and so we can see the general understanding of what price is doing as to regard to that effect. Okay, so just like we had, this was from some of the drawings you see there is from yesterday and previous days. We'll just delete it and then have a look on what we see here. For the guys yesterday, we had a call when price was moving outside here. Remember I told you guys that DXY dropped a gap. Does anybody remember that gap? Yeah, so DXY dropped a gap. I said it, and I said since they dropped this gap, that will greatly increase their chances of buying the market up. And you can see throughout, after that gap, price literally traded above it, and you can see price has kept trading above it. And that was what explains why you saw that in Euro USD, British Pound USD, Aussie Dollar USD, New Zealand Dollar USD, all of them were bleeding against dollar. All right, that's the only reason why they are bleeding, and the only reason why they were bleeding against dollar is because dollar is healthy, dollar is bullish, everything I'm saying is based on the 15-minute time frame. So don't expect to see the trend call I am saying here to see it on other time frames. All right. Remember, I always say it. Price is fractal. Price is fractal. So don't expect to see what is happening on the 15-minute time frame for you to see that exact thing on maybe on a daily time frame or on a weekly time frame. All right. So with that said, I just want to say that, and yeah, give me a minute, guys. I'll be back. Let me use the restroom briefly. I'll be back. Just one minute. Use the restroom briefly. Right now, so yeah. Get there being there, just keep me now. Baby. Oh, you want to try it? Slow down. Oh, hey, let's go. Hey, God. Yawazo.com. You go ahead, yeah? Think I jack my you know it from me at the go. Baby, I know those you want to try me. People fall down. Hey, oh, baby. No, say you want to try me. Okay. Calm down. Hey, I'm back. I'm back. I hope I didn't miss anything, and I hope no one missed me. So what I did there. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just joking. So let's get back to why we are here. So we're trying to have an understanding of what DXY is doing here. So I already made mention of this gap, how this gap came about, and now you see how price been trading up there. So we can pretty much we already know it's in a bullish trend on the 15 minutes. So what we can do is just draw out some tiny swings. We'll see here. Okay, this is okay. You see markets kind of trying to trade back down a little bit, but the most thing I'm quite interested in is this low. Remember, that's the low that the market is using to control. We just mark it out just like we did for the other pairs. Okay, call this one the bottom, and obviously we'll call this the top. That's the top there. Okay. So whatever price does, we are using those range. That's the top and the bottom, but most especially the bottom. The top can always change, and the reason that the top can always change is because we are in an uptrend. So it only makes sense that what we should pay attention is the bottom, because the bottom determines if price is about to change character or if price is still maintaining the current character. All right, so those are the things that I see on DXY. There is no need to go way deeper into the previous price actions. I believe the people or the guys that are joining currently live on the stream, I believe majority of them also were available for yesterday's live stream. But just in case we have new people joining us currently, I would suggest that either you go watch the previous live stream videos, or you can just take a chill pill and relax here, because we'll still get to talk about interesting topics that would help you to level up or will add to what you already know, basically. So this is our view for the DXY. For the cryptocurrency guys, for the guys that like crypto, or that's what you like doing, we can also have an overview of what we think on uh, on BTC. Well, before I do that, there is something I want to check out here on the BTC chat. There is a the unicorn setup is something I want to see if BTC actually, you know, reacts to that. The unicorn entry, rather, not the unicorn setup, the entry. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Uh-huh. Okay, I think there's something here. This one was a total waste. This one didn't play out at all. And didn't play out. Oh, see, let's see, there's another one here. No, didn't play out either. Let's see this one. Oh, this one's a swipe. Nothing serious going on there. Nothing serious going on there. Hmm. Okay, maybe we have something here, but nothing so serious on that one. What do we have here? Okay, we broke out of here. Let's see if we get the continuation of that. Let me see. Okay, so let's see if that plays out. We'll use this as the top to protect. Did we see? Yeah, we have saw a breakout. See, price traded close to it, did not enter. Okay, price entered here. Let's see if it sold out. It did not. BTC is actually doing its own thing. Did not. It did not. That would have been a lost entry. Okay, another one. But you see, it was just a wiggle on that one. Okay, I think I've seen what I wanted to see. BTC is actually not entirely in line with that, but there is some level of. Mhm. There is also some level of. Oh, okay. Let's see this one. I think this one might play out. So we have this, we have this. If we go with the internal, let's go with the internal. Let's go with the internal. We'll have it here. There's a bounce on it. So if we say there's a bounce on it, obviously we'll keep this one to be the low. Let's see how price does. We have a bounce on it. This one actually bought, so this one worked. Okay, that one actually worked. Okay, so let's see if we can see point another one. Let's see if we can pinpoint another one. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, so I think there's another one here. Let's see if this one reacted properly. We have an up out there. We have this low here. We got broke out of it here. We overlay our drawings again. Get the middle point. We get the high. Let's see how that reacts. But I think we had a pullback, came there. It did not enter, but it came close to it, then started rejecting. Came close to it, then started rejecting. Okay. All right. Okay. The good thing is there is some consistency around that, and I can see that, so it's quite an interesting one to pay attention to. Okay, we see another one here. Let's see how this one played out. Okay, let's see. Here will be the top, obviously. Market traded down, nothing to be excited about on that one. Okay, we see another one forming here. Market broke out of it here. Okay, a wiggle swipe down, but this one here, if we entered it, it would have been wrecked. We would have been wrecked. See, price came close to it again here. It rejected, but they didn't touch it. Okay. Okay, I see. And that leads us till today. Okay. I see. BTC is trying on that in regards to that, but not so much. Not so much compared to the Forex pairs. I'm just checking out the unicorn entry. I think they call it unicorn. Some call it the Judas swing. Um, so you can do your research around that. You can actually do your research around that. So, but if you have questions around it, I'm always here. I can answer you. If you're joining live and you love what we do here, we do this every day from Monday to Friday. And if you love the content, remember to like the video and share with friends and family, people that you feel like they would want to join to learn from what we have here. Okay. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, we do this live streaming every day. I think I've already said that. And I have also a Discord channel where I post regular updates based on either when I'm coming live or if I have a setup and I'm not able to come live, I'll also paste it on the Discord channel. And if you love what we do here, subscribe, turn on the notification. And if you want access to the Discord, you can just let me know in the chat section and I will send you the link to join. All right, so that's that about that. I'm still trying to see what's going on here. Prices is going to be slow today because obviously it's Friday, and looking at the chart, let's even look at the economic calendar. Okay, Let's see if there is any interesting news that might introduce some volume in price. But for me, I think usually Fridays are quite slow. So if I see there is not much news. We have the news around 3 5. Any other thing is nothing so much interesting. So this Friday's price is going to be very slow day. I envision a very slow Friday, very slow Friday. So what that entails is that maybe we might not even need to spend much time here, okay? But in the meantime, that doesn't mean that I don't like being here. I love being here, okay? So what's even what's let me see if there is an interesting match to watch today. I need to plan my weekend properly. Some of my colleagues actually angered me, and the week, so I intend to make very good use of my weekend. Nothing much, just some Chelsea will be playing West Ham today. I think that might be an interesting watch. Let me see what we have for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Uh, Manchester United matches are still on Wednesday because I can't see it here, but this is going to be an interesting watch. Man City Tottenham. Arsenal leads. Arsenal got lucky against Manchester United on that last match. I know United lost, but I watched that match. Arsenal was just lucky. Okay, nothing much is going on here. So that means the only thing I gotta watch today is Chelsea, West Ham. I have a couple of PSG hangers. I'm not so much interested. Oh, this match is going to be an interesting one. Leipzig against Bayern Munich. It's going to be an interesting one for the guys that like to to trade. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I already know what I want to say and it's quite funny. But for so I was meeting up with some friends and they were saying let's go and trade stock market. And I was wondering who is trading stock market on the weekend? Because I know the market normally closes on weekends. So I was hearing them say let's go and trade stock market. Let's go and trade stock market. And I was wondering, well, what do these guys mean? Like they want to go and trade stock market on a Saturday? Only for me to figure out that the stock market they were referring to, the stock market that they were referring to is Sporty Bet and to go and predict soccer matches and bet on it. I'm like Jesus Christ, like why would that was an will I say innovative way to put it. You say they want to go and trade stock market. So if you want to trade stock market on this weekend, who are you? What are you buying and what are you selling? Jesus Christ. Why am I calling the name of Jesus is vain? But it's very like it's very funny. When I remember it, it's just very funny. They say they want to go and trade stock market. I was, if you see how serious they were, you know, but they'll be like, oh man, today's stock market is going to be crazy. I'm like, why, like, how are you trading stock markets on a Saturday? I didn't know they were referring to go and bet uh, on the soccer matches that they are playing. So yeah, I know we do everything here Forex, but as you can see, price is quite slow. So we might delve into other activities. I've already given you guys what I'm aiming for. I think I should keep a close eye on British pound. I think British pound is more interesting to look at for me, and you can see that. You can see that. Oh man, this is looking good. British pound is currently trading above our EMA line, and to be honest, I would want to take it. I'll be risking $10 on British pound. If you want to take it with me, the risk is up to you, but I'll take it. I'll go for a buy. I'll keep my stop loss there. This is quite early. I don't recommend you do this with me, but yeah, I'm going to do this. I'll reduce my lot size. I'll make it $5. I'll risk $5. I'll just risk $5. Yeah, buy. So I'm risking $5 on this move here. Okay, yeah. I'm risking $5 on this move. I just like where British pound is. I like what British pound is doing actually. So I'm just risking $5 on this because um I'm entering early. Okay, when I mean that I'm entering early, there is not much confirmation yet. Okay, the only reason I'm entering is because of these candles you see here. Remember, this candle dropped here, there was no top wick. This candle also dropped here, there is no top wick, and you can see some interesting long wick there. So I think there is more bullish momentum in this price here. Okay, and remember I pointed out that I'll be more interested on British pound considering after looking at the major pairs. And yeah, so that's why I went for an entry on this one. It's an early entry. I don't recommend it, but if you still want to take it with me, feel free to do so. You saw how I just did the entry, so you can make the same move if you want to, but if you actually need me to draw out the whole entry, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so remember our slippage, ideally we normally take note of that. That will be around there. I just risked $5 on this one. Okay, nothing much. I'm risking it because my main entry is still, I'm waiting for the main entry. My main entry is until they take out that top. That's when I'll start looking for my main entry. So me just entering this one is just uh to entertain you guys. I'll use the word to entertain you guys. I wouldn't want to use the word gamble because gamble is not, might seem like a strong word, but yeah, it's still a gamble for me. But for me, it's more centered around what I'm seeing versus entertaining you guys. So based on what I see, I'm seeing interesting green candles. Unless this green candle that price dropped here is just a way for them to trap me in, and if that's the case, then they have succeeded because I'm already in the trade. So they succeeded in trapping me in, but I'm still optimistic regardless. The worst case scenario is that they hit my stop loss, of which if they hit my stop loss, I will just lose about $4 on that one, which is fair enough. Okay, so just want to say that the stop loss in pips for this one is 15.4. Okay, so 15.4 on this one. Stop loss pips 15.4. This bottom we'll use it as the stop loss, like we'll add the stop loss there. copy this. So I entered the market order on this one. I believe you guys saw me do that. So we'll be aiming for a 2 to 1, which will be lying around above the, which will be lying right above there. And okay, we'll leave the top. We'll create another drawing for that one. That's the TP. So yeah, that's my entry there. If you're wondering, look at it there. Where we might face some resistance is around that our 100 EMA line, which is lying exactly above where that top is. Okay, so we need price to do what? Remember, trade up into it, then we can look for more entry. But this is looking like an interesting buy for me, and that's why I entered it. If you can enter it with me if you want, but the risk is on you. All right. But where I'll be aiming for my main entry is once price takes that top, we'll now look for a pullback. Then that's where I would enter my main entry. But for now, I'm entering this one with $5. If I'm able to flip that $5 to $10, that would be great. At least I'll withdraw the extra gain on that. Maybe I'll go use it to go find fried rice and turkey. So yeah, I think I was having a conversation around something before I took this trade, but I think I already skipped what we were talking about. If you remember, please remind me on the chat section. Let's see if British pound is going to be favorable. Favorable. On the other hand, let's see what DXY is doing because it's extremely important we see what DXY is doing. Extremely important. Okay, well, nothing much. British pound is looking like it wants to buy, but DXY is still yet above the EMA line, which is not so fun to see. But let's see what price is going to do. Well, the worst case scenario is they stop me out. I'll lose. I'll lose about $5 on that, approximately $5. So based on the stock market we have on the weekend, what market are you buying and what market are you selling? For the weekend stock traders, what market are you buying? What market are you selling? You can use the chat section to let me know. And if you don't understand what I mean by what stock are you buying or selling on the weekend, I'm just talking about what matches are you going for and what matches are you not going for. I don't recommend you to be a gambler. We don't gamble here. We try as much as possible to be responsible with our finance and all. But let's just say you want to do stock on the weekend. So in my what do you call it? My opinion, uh, Man City Tottenham. Obviously, I'm going for a City win, or I can say City win and go. Just saying this is. I'm like, this is so funny. It's very funny that we moved from Forex to let's go back to where we are. Yeah, you see that thing? DXY, like I said, is trading above our EML line, which weren't looking so good. I think I said it. So that's the only thing that is holding us back now on this move. Yeah, you see, now we are seeing some rejection coming in, and this is centered around what DXY is currently doing. So, like I always say, if you are trading any of these pairs, most especially the major pairs, it's always important to pay attention to what DXY is doing. All right. The only reason, and I think I said it before entering this trade, was the reason I entered this trade was the way British pound was looking, and also I was taking my judgment and analysis from how the previous candles that led to the current candle is on British pound USD. And I remember I made mention of the fact that we had some very healthy green candles that led to that current candle you see there. All right, see that green candle there, the middle one there that looks small, and there is this bigger one here, and all of them drops, no bottom wick at the top. This one also drops, no bottom wick at the top. So for me, I think price would actually trade into that our direction, or at least try to trade into that our direction. As you can see, price is doing that now. So whatever price does, we need price to trade above it and keep trading above it. We don't want them to be going up and down, up and down. And the only catalyst that would relax market to allow that to happen is if the XY continue to sell and sell. Not only continue to sell, we need them to sell right back below that EMA line. All right. Another thing I want to look at here, you see this candle that DXY dropped here, there is no top wick, so there is nothing to be excited on this move because there is no top wick here. Remember, I always tell you guys that if there is no top wick, the chances of them coming back up is very big. The probability of them coming to test it is huge. It's very huge. So that's the only thing I can say about that. But with that said, that doesn't mean that I am right all the time. I always say it. Most of the time, I am wrong. Most of the time, you see me trade, I'm very wrong. All right. But it's always good to have the knowledge and an idea around things. All right. The basic understanding of your candle, the basic understanding of your patterns, the basic understanding of whatever strategy that you want to use to apply in the market. So those are the things you should, you know, master and know very well. Okay, so but let's see what's going to happen here. You can see not much momentum is coming in on British pound, and also in as much as we are seeing DXY doing this, like I said, there is no top wick in that red candle, so nothing to be excited about. We need them to drop a top wick, or at least come back up and swipe it. If they leave it open, the chances of them coming back to it greatly increases. So we don't want it to be open. We need price to clear it now. That will give us room and more confidence that market will eventually sell off, so that we can get a buy on British pound. Remember, this is on DXY, so we need DXY to continue selling off, and that would greatly increase the chances of us seeing a buy here on British pound. Okay, so I'm currently in that trade. So, but I risk a small amount. I'm risking just $5 on it to see how much we can make out of that $5. Okay, whereas if you are, wondering at what point am I going to trade with my actual trading position that I intend to, that will be only when price takes out that top. I think I've said it. I just want to say it for maybe other guys that are just joining the live stream and you didn't join at the point I made mention of that. So once price starts to take out that top, that's when we will go with our main entry, which is look for a pullback at that level. Then we'll engage on whatever price is doing. And remember, in everything we are doing, in all and all we are doing, is very important that we pay attention to what DXY is doing, because it is highly important that DXY is also aligning itself to whatever actions or decision we want to take in the major pairs. All right, and I've pretty much told you the reason why we pay close attention to what DXY is doing. Okay, if you are just joining the live stream, you can ask some of the guys that are already in the stream, or you can drop a question on the chat section and I'll answer you most definitely. Okay, so yeah, that's that about that. And yeah, let's see how this market develops. You can see that for the fact that we have market trading just slightly below the EMA now, you can see for some reason British pound now is, entering that move and is gradually trading up, which is exactly what we want to see. And we are hoping that DSY continue to trade down in order to give room for our major pay buy-in to work out fine. All right, the only thing, like I said, that is not so exciting in this um red candle that you see DXY is dropping. The only thing that is not exciting there is the fact that there is no top wick. Okay, that's the only thing that I'm not excited about. The only thing that will make me to, you know be excited again is, you see how this candle is now, no top wick, no bottom wick. That's the only condition that I will see and I will be like, okay, this is valid. But in a situation whereby they drop a bottom wick but there is no top wick, or maybe they drop a top wick and there is no bottom wick, the chances of price going back to that candle that doesn't have that wick is still there. The chances of price going back there is still more than 50%. It's still more than 50%. It's higher probability that market will still go back to that candle and test it. So that's the only thing that I'm not so excited about what price is doing here now. Okay? So yeah, that's my take on that. I might be right, also at the same time. I might be wrong. After all, most times I am wrong. So don't take my word for it. Please don't take my word for it. Everything we do here is based on speculation and analysis. All right. So I need to also say that, so that you can, set yourself in the right frame of mind and have the right informations for you to make your decisions. Okay. Okay, the buy is still coming in, which is good. Which is good. Let's see if we can make a $10 move here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know this is quite early, but I'm beginning to get hungry. I'm hungry, guys. I'm actually hungry. So yeah, as I was saying, what stock are you trading this weekend, guys? Please, I need ideas on stocks to trade this weekend. So the stock we have this weekend, we have the EPL stock, we have the League One stock, we have the Bundesliga stock, we have the Serie A stock, and we have the Eredivisie, which for the Netherlands stock. We have Spain La Liga stock. So which one are we going? Are we going with? So I think I give my this thing on Man City. So when it comes to the EPL stock, I would say Man City win and over 1.5, or maybe Man City win and over 2.5. Bournemouth Wolves, I don't know. I don't know the market trend on this. I don't know the market trend on Bournemouth Wolves, but obviously I would say I don't know, maybe a goal or second half most scoring half. Brentford Aston Villa, obviously I would favor Aston Villa. Brentford lost one of their top goal scorer to Manchester United, so I'll go for Aston Villa win or draw. Burnley Sunderland. Sunderland managed to win their first match. It was a 3-0 thriller. On the other hand, I don't know what Burnley played, but I think they lost. So for me, I'll play this 12. 12 means either team to win and over 2.5. Arsenal leads, obviously, Arsenal to win. But I know if you play Arsenal to win, that's not enough lot size. You see what I did there? It's not enough lot size to go for Arsenal win. So I would recommend. Let me have a look on what is going on our trade. It's still going fine. Okay, it's still going fine. Let's see what DXY is doing before we head back to our stock analysis for the weekend. Okay, price is still where it is. Nothing extra, nothing much have changed. Okay, you see Euro USD. If you compare what the Euro USD is doing to what British Pound is doing, I think we had a better call on British Pound, But uh, like I said, and we should be wary about is that guy, is this DSY that is not giving us a top week. That's the only issue I have in this entry. So if we see this candle to completely close now, we have like less than 4 minutes to go. Okay. So if we have this red candle to completely close, if the candle closes in this condition whereby no top wick, no bottom wick, that would be nice. But if candle closes no top wick and there is a bottom wick, then the chances of them coming back up to test it is still on the table, and that's not what we want, considering the fact that we want to buy the major pairs. Okay, considering the fact that we want to buy the major pairs. Wow, Ethereum is now at 4,003. I'm just seeing it now. I think the last time I saw it was around 3,000, 2,000 ish. Well, that's nice. Ethereum is doing fine. Okay. So finally, Ethereum is doing fine. Finally. Finally. But that's nice. It's good to see. I just saw it now. But let's head back to where we are. which is British pound USD. You can see the buys is still coming in, which is great, which is really, really great. Okay, so let's head back to our Saturday stock market, as I was saying. So, like I said, Arsenal will not give you enough lot size, but I think it's going to be a win. Although Arsenal did not play so fantastic against Manchester United, I felt Manchester United dominated the match, in my own opinion. So, but I think Leeds does not have what it takes to win Arsenal on their home soil. Although Leeds being the champions, I think they are the ones that won the championship before coming to EPL. But I'll favor Arsenal to win that one. If I open it, you'll see that Arsenal does not have enough lot size. You can see Arsenal is just 1.30 to win, so I don't recommend you to take that lot size. It's very small, although it's more higher probability that they would win Leeds. Okay, coming to the French league stock, I would favor Marcel to win Paris, and Marcel being, I think Greenwood is still there. So they have Greenwood, which is was their highest goal scorer, I think, last season or so. And judging from past records, Greenwood is actually good at the work he's doing. I don't know any popular name on the Paris side. This is not PSG though. This is Paris FC. Paris FC. All right. On the Nice Austria, I don't know, but I'll go for a Nice win. Lyon Mets. Oh, is Lyon back? I thought they said Lyon went for relegation, or they've sorted out their financial whatever, whatever. Okay, if that's the case, then I don't know. Maybe they have downsized, because I know there was, I think it was last season, that they said something about some Lyon financial stuff that I don't know about. But yeah, that's by the way. We are not here to talk about Lyon. But I will leave Lyon and Nice. The only thing I would want to take here is Marcel win. Let me see if there is enough lot size there. Okay, the lot size is not so much, but it's okay. That is 1.41. You can add that to your portfolio. I know this is funny, but don't think I'm joking here. We are serious here. So you can add that to your portfolio for for the stock market for the weekend. No, now, Ferrani, it's good to diverse. It's good to diverse. So we are still in the financial market. We are currently in a trade, but we are just taking our time to look at other things we can do. And yeah, I don't recommend you to do that. I think the thing that brought about this conversation of trading stock in the weekend was, I think I shared a story when I was with my friends and some colleagues, and they kept on saying that they want to trade stock over the weekend. And I was wondering, what is this guy saying? Which one is trade stock over the weekend? Because I know stock market doesn't trade on weekends. It was when they now explained to me, and I figured out that what they were referring to was, betting on the live matches. So that's why I said this is Friday, and I don't expect much to happen in price because it's Friday, and we had an overview on news, and there is not enough news for us. We have only one news today, which is around 3. Every other thing is dry, so I don't expect market to be moving so fast today. All right, so that's why I'm just taking out time to do other things just for the fun of it. All right, so let's get back to our stock market analysis for the weekend, guys. I hope you are with your pen and paper. Don't think I'm here joking. I'm not joking. So I stopped at where, yeah, I was about entering the. No, I said, yeah, I was about entering the German Bundesliga. So we've already analyzed the EPL stock, and for us, we said Man City to win on go or Man City to win and over 2.5. Bournemouth Wolves, I would recommend you leave it alone, but you can if it's a must you want to take something there, you can do second half most scoring half. For Brentford Aston Villa, you can do Aston Villa win because Brentford lost one of their big guys to Manchester United. Sunderland Burnley, Sunderland, their first match, they won West Ham 3-0 on home, and Burnley lost on the other hand. So I would say, judging from both of them played championship before coming to the EPL, so they will be used to playing each other. So I'm seeing goals coming in into that one. So you can either play go or you can play it safer by going with 2.5. That is over 2.5. For Arsenal Leeds, obviously Arsenal win. I don't see Leeds winning Arsenal on the weekend. On the French stock market, we are saying that Marcel should win Paris. Greenwood to score, but yeah, you can just go with Marcel win. Leave out these guys. Leave out these guys. All right. On the German stock, Bayer Leverkusen, Hoffenheim. Bayer Leverkusen had, I think their last two seasons was when they carried the league, right? Yeah, their invisible season, but they have lost their manager to Madrid. So I don't know who is actually coaching them now. So for me, I don't know how good they are currently. And there are also notable signings that happened, like Frimpong. What's the name of that? Their striker. So a couple of their players they sold this during this transfer window. So I would recommend you leave it alone. But if you must take it, then you can go for a Bayern Leverkusen win. Eintracht Frankfurt, Werder Bremen, leave it alone. No, don't leave it alone. Go for Frankfurt win. I think if you see a good lot size there, you should take it. Let me see the lot size. It's 1.76. I think it's okay, but it would have been nice if it's in two. If it was a two odd, it was better, but 1.76 is fair. So yeah, I think they will win. Freiburg, Augsburg, leave it alone. Heidenheim, Wolfsburg, leave it alone. Union Berlin, Stuttgart. I like Stuttgart. Do you know what? Stuttgart is a goal scoring team. So I'll go for a 2.5 on that one. Dortmund should win, but I don't really trust Dortmund in recent times because they are in so much inconsistent. So I would say leave them alone. All right, so we've cleared out on German Bundesliga. Let's check what the chart is doing before we head back again to analyze the rest of the stock we have for the weekend. All right, so we can see here nothing much is happening. Price is still where it is, but the good thing is that we can see that our risk of $5 is yielding something, at least. If we go over and see what DXY is doing on the other hand, okay, so we managed to close below the EMA line, although market did not give us a top wick. Market also, okay, it gave us a small bottom wick. You can see that small bottom wick there. So what I would like to see is for price to either try to trade back up, or I would want them to even trade and take out that and make sure they swipe that candle without top wick. I want them to take it out, then continue selling down. Because why do I want them to take it out? I want them to take it out so I am sure that market will not want to come back there again. So I need them to take it out before we continue selling off on DXY. That's what I would want. And if that should happen, it means that this move we have here on British pound, that means we'll see some pullback. As you can see now, that pullback is coming in. That means we'll see price trade a little bit down on British pound for DXY to touch that top wick that I pointed out. That means we would see British pound to trade a little bit down before finding a continuation going up. So that's what I would want to see. So everything depends on DXY and how DXY reacts. Remember, DXY reaction is what we should pay attention to and always see what it is doing. Then with that, we can align ourselves properly on the major pair that we are seeing more interesting opportunity on, based off on the directions that we come up with from DXY. You see that market coming back down now, and the obvious reason is because DSY is kind of dropping in some green candles, which you can see here. All right, and the green candle I'm seeing here is a aim. The aim is for them to come and swipe that top. Remember that top I told you that there was no bottom wick there. That's the only issue I have in that move there. So let's fold our arms and see what price does going forward. Okay, so that's my take on that one. Why if stock is not open on weekend? The same that was the same that was the same feeling I had when I was with my guys and they were talking about trading stock on the weekend. So stocks is they don't trade stocks on weekend. The stock we are referring to is actually Sporty Bets, Bet Niger, and etc. etc. So that's the new terminology now for it. So nobody is saying let's go and bet again. They would be like let's go and trade stock. So that's why we are doing promo on this our live streaming today. So the extra addition to our live streaming today is the addition of analyzing the stock market for the weekend. So if you are getting value for your time here, if you are getting value for joining the live stream in here, I recommend you like the video. I recommend you also subscribe, and I recommend that when you take this our stock analysis on this weekend and you win, I recommend you send me some share as the chief analyst on that. Okay? So, like I said, leave Dortmund alone. Dortmund is not going to help you. They are not serious with their life. They are inconsistent. If you're a Dortmund fan, I'm sorry, but Dortmund has fell beyond the pegging level in German Bundesliga, just the way Manchester United has fell off from being the big teams in EPL. Okay, now we head over to the Italian Serie A stock price. So over the weekend we have Genoa playing Lecce. No, not the kind of game I would want to go. Sassuolo Napoli. I'll go for a Napoli win. Napoli is the bigger dog here, but I don't know how good Sassuolo is. But I would favor Napoli ahead of Sassuolo. But it depends on the lot size that Napoli is with. Let's see the lot size 1.62. Yeah, it's manageable, but it would have been nice to be more. This is an obvious win. This AC Milan Cremonese. This is a sure win. But I'm sure the lot size will be very, very small. Let's see the lot size. Yeah, I expected it to be very, very small. That is 1.39. So you can boost the lot size by maybe playing them handicap, or you can do AC Milan win and over 2.5. That will increase your lot size. For AS Roma Bologna, I don't know, but I'll go for AS Roma win. But I can only go for AS Roma win if their lot size is very big. If their lot size is not big, I'll recommend you leave it alone. Okay, the lot size is big. It's up to two odds. That's very interesting. That greatly increases my distance. So it's a very good lot size. You can take that as your win. AS Roma to win Bologna. Then let's head over to the Netherlands. But before we head over to the Netherlands, let's have a look again on what price is doing on the Forex pairs. All right, so the pullback is in. We are seeing some rejection coming in again on British Pound USD. Let's see. Okay, we had some pullback. We also see some rejection coming in on the DXY. but you can see it's nothing to be so much excited about. Okay, then another thing, like I told you guys, remember I told you market might be going for this gap here. Market might be going for this gap to fill it up. If that's the case, then that means we're in a very good position. So that means we expect price to take out the bottom here. Maybe we can come back and find our main entry, then for us to race down to here. So this is what I envision on DXY. All right, I want price to what? Trade down, take out that bottom. Once we take out that bottom, price should pull back. Remember, we love taking our pullbacks. Then maybe we can take our bias from this angle here. Okay, pull back 50% into that entry. Then we expect price to trade down for our ultimate TP being at the top of that gap. Remember that gap they dropped yesterday that I pointed out? That's what I would envision on that particular one there. Okay, so yeah, that's my speculation, or me trying to now speculate what price will do. Remember, that's not the right way to trade, because you don't if you speculate, you can leave it as just speculation, but don't speculate and be adamant to your speculation that it's a must, or you saying that that's exactly what it's going to be. No, don't have that mindset. Okay, so now you can see this particular candle is about to close. It's remaining less than 2 minutes, or it's about 1 minute or so. So if this candle should close now, I envision price to try to take that high. I am very sure that they might want to take that high. I'm not 100% sure. Don't take my word for it. Like I always say it here, most times I'm wrong. So don't take my word for it. But I think they would want to take that high, or at least I myself want them to take that high, because that high is posing a challenge to what we want from market. It's a challenge to what we want. Assuming this red candle was looking similar to this, where we have a top wick without bottom wick, the chances of always selling greatly increases. But so far there is no top wick here, the chances of them stalling the move here in order to try to take it out increases. So that's why I'm not surprised if we should start seeing price trading up now into that area. Okay, so yeah, that's my take on that one. All right, let's head back to, okay, now you can see just by that being the case, you can see British pound sort of is losing some level of momentum on the mission that we gave it, but nothing to be worried about. We just have to exercise more patience and see how the price develops going further. Okay, okay. All right, so while we are waiting for further price development, we can head back to our weekend stock market analysis. I think this is one of my most exciting part of doing this live streaming on a Friday. Kind of gives me room to be creative and do other things. Again, if you are joining us, please make sure you like the video. If you are joining for the first time, subscribe, and yeah, that's the least you can do for us. Okay, so let's head back to our stock weekend special. I think we'll call this. We'll come up with a name for this session we are having now. This live streaming session. I would like to call this word. Oh God. Sorry, I just had to stretch on that one. I'll have to call this one. What's the name now? What's the catchy name we'll call this? We'll call it the week, weekend stock scan. No, that didn't sound spectacular. We'll see conquering the weekend stocks. Well, whatever, man, whatever. So let's head over to the Netherlands. Okay, so we are now moving all the way from Italy, and we are dropping down on Eredivisie. So on Eredivisie, we have GA Eagles against Sparta Rotterdam. I don't know. If one thing is for sure in Netherlands, I know they it's a high scoring league. They like scoring goals. So just pick any random team here and just play over 2.5. You would most likely get something out of it. But I would not say pick everyone, because there is always one person in them who is going to be the Judas. So it's a matter of finding who is going to be that Judas. And for me, I think PSV will be the Judas, because now they are the big team playing on the weekend. So the chances of them being the Judas increases. So I would recommend pick your over 2.5 here, pick your over 2.5 here. Anyone you pick is okay. On the Spanish La Liga, we have Mallorca, Celta Vigo. Mallorca, Celta Vigo, of course, I don't know about Mallorca. I don't know about Celta Vigo, so leave them alone. Atletico Madrid, Elche, of course, that's like the most obvious one, but it depends on the lot size for Atletico Madrid, and the lot size is very poor, so I don't advise you to take that. But you can increase your lot size if you play it as a combo, in the sense that you can do Atletico Madrid to win and over 2.5 or over 3.5, or on that 3.5, depending how you want to put it. But I think Atletico should win Elche. On here we have Yamal versus Levante. Is Levante? I don't know about Levante. Obviously, Barcelona win on that one. So yeah, I think that's about that for the weekend stocks. Hey, my goodness me, please, you guys should leave me alone. Oh. Okay, I'm not surprised. Did I tell you that we are going to experience that market trying to buy up and take out that week? That's exactly what you are seeing here, and that's exactly what we want. So we want market to come up, take out that week, but once they take out that week, they should immediately start to trade down. That's what we would want, and that's the only thing that we need, because if they should take out that high and now continue trading up, that means our entry here will be violated, and we would have nothing to go to write home about on this one. So that's why I said, and I say it again, anytime you see candle form and they don't drop wicks, just know one thing for sure, that price will eventually, in fact immediately, price will be aiming for that to fill it up. All right. So if you did not learn anything from yesterday till today, I want you to learn this one. Anytime you see a candle without top wick, anytime you see candle without top wick, please make sure you wait for that top wick or the bottom wick to be swiped. Emmanuel, welcome. The same. Emmanuel, we are doing stock market, we are doing financial market, so we don't discriminate here. We don't discriminate here. If we are doing analysis for Forex pairs and we are doing analysis for crypto, we should also do analysis for stock. So whether you are trading match stock or you are trading soccer stock, stock is stock. So far there is finance inside, we are in line with that. I don't recommend anybody to gamble, but I don't know why this is so funny, but yes. I'm so sorry I'm being unprofessional now, but yes. Oh god. You guys, I don't think you guys really understand. The day I when I was where when I was with my guys and they were saying, bro, if you see stock this weekend, I was so amazed. Like it was so funny. It was so funny that I was like, oh man has already come up with different names for things. So Sporty Bets now has turned to stock market. So that's why we are doing stock analysis. We are doing analysis here, right? Our whole aim of coming to this live stream every day is to analyze the market, whether forex markets, crypto markets, weekend markets, because I'll call it weekend market, weekend stock market. All we do here, so we don't discriminate. Oh, good. We do not discriminate, actually. You see that thing I normally say. So just by DXY not aligning itself, you will see a very good market condition in major pairs, but you will see them hardly make any move because DXY is holding them back. For me, I think British pound is looking good for a buy. But due to the fact that TXY is yet to align itself to that, you can see that British pound is struggling. It is struggling. And I keep on saying it. So that means there are rare occasions where that's not the case. At least I think we've actually experienced where DSY was buying, and at the same time, it seemed like British Pound was also buying. I think we experienced it here in the live stream. So that's what I'm still saying. There are rare occasions whereby that's not the case, but most of the time, know for sure that DXY needs to give you that confirmation. In as much as the major pair might, give you the confirmation, tell you that yeah, we are good to go, we are about to buy. If DXY is not accepting that fact, if DXY is not validating that, just know that it's going to be difficult for that measure pair to actually actualize that move. Okay, so that's just my take and my opinion on it, and I've said it multiples of time, and I believe you guys have also experienced it live here on the live streaming session. So it's highly important that you pay close attention to what DXY is doing, and yeah, that's that about that. So keep on getting the likes, guys. I need the likes to grow. I need the video to get algorithms so that other guys can see the video. YouTube can suggest the video to them to join. And like I'm saying, if you're just joining new, we do this every day of the week, weekdays from Mondays to Fridays. So yeah, that's all I can say. Then, if there's any other currency pair, if you guys want us to look at, please feel free. If you have any question whatsoever, feel free to ask because, like I said, Fridays are not so active. So there is more probable what's the word condition or situation that we might not necessarily see much high impact move on price, considering the fact that it's a Friday. Okay, I think I've said that. Considering the fact that it's a Friday and we don't have much news coming up today, so majorly that's why I think price might be a little bit slow. Like I always say, I might be right, I might be wrong. And if you judge by the ones I've been saying, most times I am wrong. So don't take my word for it. Okay? It's good to have you guys around. We've covered a couple of things this morning. One of them being that we've covered the forex part. We also have a peep at gold. We also had a look at BTC being on the crypto spectrum, and also we also had the stock analysis for this weekend. And from there, I believe if you took it serious and you had your pen and paper and you jotted down some of our interesting speculations of what we think would happen this weekend, I would want you to write it down so that when we come back maybe on a Monday, we can go over our stock analysis for the weekend and see what worked and what did not work. Another thing I would want to suggest is, if you guys want us to come up with a live streaming section whereby we can go together, delve into the chart and see how we can run some back testing. So the point here is that we will come up with, or rather I will come up with maybe some different trading strategies. Okay, then we will have a live streaming section whereby we would use that strategy and backtest it. And while we are backtesting it, would it has to be interactive, just like the way we do it here. We'll share knowledge and we'll backtest it and see how that strategy performs. And yeah, one thing I believe such sessions will do for us is, first of all, it will help us to develop ourselves individually based on the knowledge sharing, based on the fact that we are taking our time to replicate those strategies on the previous yeah. Okay, no, no, for sure. I'm not going to do it on YouTube. I don't have time to be coming. So it's going to be on Discord, most definitely. We have a back testing channel on the Discord, so of course it's going to happen there. But I'm just suggesting if it's something we are open to, because left for me, I myself, I do my back testing almost whenever I have time. Okay, so example is if I'm trying to trade and I'm not seeing a trade setup, um, most times I just start to do back testing based on some strategy that maybe I've been seeing before and I want to know how that interacts or how that plays out in the market. So I might take out time to do back testing around it and see how markets behaves in respect to that. So of course we are going to do that on the Discord. It's a matter of when and what time we would want to do that. I know everybody is busy, we have our own lives going on, and yeah, so I'll recommend that. So, but I leave that for you guys to decide. So, if we are going to go with the approach of doing the back testing on our Discord channel, then we can do that maybe on a Saturday morning. I don't know, Saturday afternoon. What time works for each and every one? Because the whole essence is for us to do it together so that we can all learn from it together. Okay, so that's what I'm suggesting that we do, and I think this is more targeted to the people that are already on the Discord channel. So if you are not yet in the Discord channel and you're joining us live on this live streaming, type a message in this chat and I'll send you the link to the Discord for you to join. So we can kick off that backtesting test section maybe from tomorrow, depending on availability of each and every one of us, most especially the people that are already in the Discord channel. And yeah, so that's my aim. And if you guys are open for it, I'm also open for it. So yeah, that's something I just wanted to propose. But I will still drop further message on the Discord channel maybe to get more confirmation of who is available and what time works best for us. Okay, because the aim is for us to grow, and I myself, I need to grow, and for me to grow I need you guys to grow, and that way it won't be only one source of knowledge that we'll have. We will now have multiple source of knowledge. Okay, And yeah, so that's the whole essence of trying to build up this community, because it's I don't think I've asked anybody to pay. This is not a community where I say, come, I will give you signal. In as much as that's what we partially do, but that's not what we are. That's not the centric reason why we are creating this community. I know trading is boring. Trading is it's I'm trying to find another word, but generally it's most times it's boring. So if you don't have a community whereby you people are doing it together, you might either lose focus or lose the energy and the zeal to continue. But when you find yourself in a community where people are doing it together, there is more zeal and that open-mindedness that you keep on going up and keep on you know applying yourself to make sure that you reach the goal, because the whole goal is for us to make money at the end of the day. All right, the whole essence of why we do what we do is for us to still make money at the end of the day. So in order to grow, I think we need that for us to grow. Okay, so like I said, if you've not joined the Discord channel, just send a message on the chat or you can drop it on the comment section. The link will be right there for you to click on and you will join the Discord channel. So that's that about that. So let's get back to the chat. It's been a dry morning. Not dry. I think the morning is still okay. We have an entry on British Pound USD. The only thing that is holding our buy back is what DXY is doing. So we just need DXY to align itself properly, and I know British Pound will be good to go. British Pound, of course, will be good to go. Once DXY align itself properly, the British Pound will obviously start flying. It will obviously start flying. All right. With that said, maybe we can spend a couple of more time here, and maybe I'll leave the chat here. Let's see what's going to happen. Remember, if you have any pair or you would want us to look at, feel free to make mention of it. We'll go through them one after the other. On the other hand, if you're joining live and you've not liked the video, I would recommend you do like the video if you like the content. If you don't like the content, it's fine. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like the video if you don't like the content, right? But if you like the content, sure, come on, just give us the like. And if you want to join the community, of course, the subscribe button is there, the notification button is there. Click both of them, and you're good to go. All right. So while we wait, I will uh, I will increase the volume of this my boring music. I hope you find it interesting. But I'm still here. I'm still here. Hey, well, along the line, I saw that this fine girl want to lap with daddy. Yeah. Temptation. And today, the fastest route to my place. Chapa. I remember how bumping to my husband. No. Even in Cabo. Talk about all the. Hey. Yeah, I can't remember all the story because if I put the boy, that is the give back with the patrol. Hey, hi, sorry. Hi, Kipino, sorry. Well, I'll be back now. Well, I have to attend to some issues right now, so yeah. Get there being a Kipino. Staying there. You want to try it? Go down. Oh, hey,
Wazoo.com. You go ahead, yeah. Make I jackpot. You will wait for me at the go. Baby, I know see you want to try me because fall down. Hey, yeah. Oh, baby, I know see you want to try me because calm down. Hey, yeah. That was what I was thinking when I saw this dance yesterday. Okay. Well, I saw her, she fine, well, I had to walk up and introduce myself. Well, she sounded so interested. Well, when I asked for her number, she gave me. Well, she was, giving me the green light. Well, all these things happen for my head. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know, see, you want to try me because all that. Hey, yeah. Oh. Baby. I don't know, see, you want to try me because to motor down, you know what I'm saying? Of course. Well, the one day to go when the I bought the number, well, she was like, yeah, I was waiting for your call, why, why you delayed to call me? Well, Shakara. I had to go and try to present myself cool. Yes. Try to make the girl feel cool. Well, I can remember when I tried to play like the guy get money for pocket. I can remember see I don't get shit. No. All I had was my pretty fine face. All the good God I do well. Hey. Well, they treat on the good. I say again. Baby. No, see, you want to try me because fall down. Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh. Baby. I don't know, see, you want to try the boy. You can come around. Hey, yeah. I know why we go. With the help of my guy, I hired some jigger, just the roll by her feet, then I saw my baby. That's okay. I pulled them on the other side. Baby, go down. That's the hang boy. That's the dude you were looking for. Well, I presented myself so cool with my, well, I feel you. Story shot. Yes. That one baby was married to a soldier. Soldier come. Okay. I come again, baby. I don't know, you want to try me. You can go down. Hey, yeah. Well, along the line, I saw that this fine girl want to lap with that guy. Temptation. And today, the first way to my place. Chapa. I remember how bumping to my husband. No. Even in Camel. Talk about all the. Hey. Yeah, I can't remember all the story because if I put the boy, that is the give back with the all over. Hey, hi, sorry. Hi, Filipino, sorry. Well, I'll be back now, but I have to attend to some issues right now, so yeah. Get every in there, just keep me now. Baby. See, you want to try it? You can go down. Oh, hey, yeah. Let's go. Hey, yeah. God. Wazoo.com. You go ahead, yeah. Make I jackpot. You will wait for me at the go. Baby, I don't see you want to try me because fall down. Hey, yeah. Oh, baby. No, say you want to try me. You could calm down. Hey, that was what I was thinking when I saw the dancing yesterday. Okay. Well, as soon as she found, well, I had to walk up and introduce myself. Well, she sounded so interested. Well, when I asked for her number, she gave me. Well, she was, giving me the green light. Well, all these things happen for my head. Okay. Okay, boy. Well, I don't know, see, you want to try me because all that. Hey, no, baby. I don't know, see, you want to try me because to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Well, the one day to go when the who I bought the number, well, she was like, yeah, I was waiting for your call, why, like, why you delayed to call me? Well, so, Shakara, Shakara. I had to go and try to present myself cool. Yes. Try to make the girl feel cool. I can remember when I tried to play like the guy get money for pocket. I can remember saying I don't get shit. No. All I had was my pretty fine face. Oh. Well, all the go call you do well. Hey. Well, they treat all the good. I say again, baby. No, see, you want to try me, we go fall down. Hey, no, hey, oh, baby. I don't know, see, you want to try the boy, we can come around. Hey, I know why we go. With the help of my guy, I hired some GA guy, just the roll by her feet, then I saw my baby. That's okay. I pulled them on the other side. Baby, go down. That's the hang boy. That's the dude you were looking for. Oh. Well, I presented myself so cool. Yeah. Well, I feel you. Story shot. Yes. That one baby was married to a soldier.
You see, sorry guys, I'm back. You see that thing I said about about Euro USD aligning itself more to what DXY is doing. Okay, you see DXY is non-top week. You see how that reflects also on the Euro USD pair. You see there's no bottom week there, which is exactly what you can also see here. I think I've already pointed this one out. So the whole goal, like I made mention, is market should come and take out that high. I like the fact you see this candle that they started here. You see this candle doesn't have a bottom wick. If they can do this, that will be very very favorable. If they can use this candle without adding dropping a bottom wick, if they can use that candle to come and take this high, then there is higher chances that we would eventually get a rejection that would want to come back and take that low. So far they don't take this low. This candle started without a bottom wick. So far they keep it like that. That is something I would want them to do. But if they take it out now to add a bottom wick, then that's not good for us, because it means they might be prepping for a market that would eventually keep on going up, and we don't want to be buying when DXY is buying. We want to be selling when DXY is buying, and we want to be buying when DXY is selling. So that's my that's my take on that one. Um, Apparently, when you see what DXY is doing, you always align yourself to do the opposite. on the major pairs, and the major pairs I made mention of Euro USD, British Pound USD, Aussie Dollar USD, New Zealand Dollar USD. I did not say Euro something else. I said Euro USD, British Pound USD. All of them has to be paired against USD. Uh-huh. Because I know there are other pairs. You can trade Euro British Pound. You can trade Aussie Dollar Euro. But what I said is what? Euro USD, British Pound USD, Aussie Dollar USD, New Zealand Dollar USD. Okay? I like the fact that there is no bottom wick on that candle so far. So the good thing I want them to do now, or rather not, yeah, the good thing is a good thing for us. I expected to do now is come and take it. Talk about take that top that they did not drop a weekend. They should come and take it. If they take it, then the chances of them going down is still there because the candle that they used in coming up to take it, that's if we are assuming they are going to come up to take it now, because the candle that they will use to come up to take it, they left a no bottom wick in it. That's the only way we can see a very probable opportunity, which is what is looking like. They should go. They should not put a bottom wick on this candle. They should keep it the way it is. They should keep on trading up. Come and take out that high. Then we will be looking for a continuous selling down. But if they drop a bottom wick here, then I would most likely close my entry on British pound. British pound on the other side is trying its best, is holding on, which is good. It should hold on. All right, we just need it to exercise more patience so that DXY can give the clear confirmation that we should that it should now go. But is British pound ready to go? British pound has been ready to go since, ever since. The only thing that is holding it back, like I said before now, is DXY. That's the only thing that is holding British pound back. That's the only thing that's holding British pound back. So because I'll be doing some other activities around here, I'll add an alert here just in case if I miss out on it. So if price should trade down there, I should get an alert. I should get an alert in respect to that. Looking good. Okay. Okay. Price is really doing exactly what I'm saying it should do. I feel like I'm invisible now. All right, it's looking good. I like the fact that they did not drop a bottom wick and they are going for that top wick. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. So we just need them to make sure that they swipe that high. No, no, no. Come up. Don't worry. We come up and take that high. That's all we need. They need to take that high to balance it off. Once they balance it off, then we are good to go. I'll show you an example. Pay attention to this candle here. Do you see this candle here? No top wick, no bottom wick. Immediately they created it, they used this candle here to take the top wick. You see, immediately they took that top that there was no wick in. What did they do? They came back down to take that one that they did not. Now they are rejecting. I don't know, but it would be nice to see them take this high. I want them to take this high before they continue going down. And I've already said the reason why. The reason why is because I don't want anything that would, keep us believing that they might want to come back up again. So I want them to take it out so that I'm sure that any force of attraction that might want to make market to come and trade back up again would have been taken out. So that's why I want them to come up to take it out. Now that it's still early for it to happen, they should come up, take it out, then they can now continue selling off. But if that's not the case, then it's still fine. It's still fine. Who am I? And don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I'm always wrong. Uh, Let me plug my devices. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right.
Along the line, I saw that this fine girl.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, remember to subscribe. We do this every day. No, okay, yeah, we do it every day. Every weekday, not every day, because market doesn't trade on weekend, or rather, we don't trade on weekends. So we'll do this from Monday to Friday, and this is for anyone that is, coming across this video or this live stream for the first time. Remember to subscribe. Subscribe. We need our subscription to grow exponentially. Uh, so if you have friends, recommend them so we can build up this community. So it will be more interactive. I like the fact that whenever we come, it's not just me. It's not just me, just talking and talking and talking. So we can keep it quite interactive, and it will be fun. So that it will be fun. So if you have people that will be interested in content like this, why not recommend the video to them so that they can always join the train and benefit from joining a community where the whole aim is for us to grow as a people, and also at the same time get reward from growing by making money. So it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for everybody. Okay. uh, the alert just beeped now. Okay, what happened? I'm lost. Oh, can you imagine? Now the candle just flipped. You know that particular candle that we were hoping not for them to take the low. You can see they flipped it back. That was a quick one, and I think you can see how it's reacting here on British Pound USD. Okay, let's see. The only issue now is that the bottom wick, we hope that they should not take out, that they should keep in order for them to take out that high. They've already taken it, and now you can see how market is doing like they want to reverse. I'm not excited about it. Trust me, I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not excited about it. As a matter of fact, it's even making me want to start taking my profits here, because like I said, the plan was for them to keep that low. They should not take it out and come up and take that high, but you can see now that did not work out. And yeah, so I'm in between. I'm trying to see what my next move will be. My next move is let's hold. I will keep on holding. I would want to know what the market does after taking that high. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add an alert here in that high. Remember that candle that doesn't have a top wick? So I'll add an alert there, because I am of the opinion that market might still want to go there. Okay, and I honestly want them to go there to make sure that nothing will be attracting price back up again. I need them to go there, take it out. Then once they take it out, they should start coming back down immediately, because if they don't start coming back down immediately, then that means the chances of them trying to go further up will greatly increase. So if we can get a swipe, we don't even want price to close above it. Maybe a swipe, just a wick. A wick above it is enough for us, okay? But yeah, like I said, well, I should have closed my trade at this point, sure, but I don't know. I think I should hold it for for a while, okay? I will hold it for a while to see how we can what DXY does after swiping that up. So that's my view on that. So I'm still going to hold it and see what happens. All right, mind you, our main entry is this. I think I already said it, but let me pull up the British pound chart again. Remember, our main entry will be this. Okay, our main entry is we want price to do what? Trade above that top, give a pullback. That's when we will now enter our main entry, and for a continuation of that buy. But the essence is that this top needs to be taken out. I only entered this trade here, and I remember I told you guys I'm risking a small amount on it, and I gave you the reasons why I'm risking that small amount. So the reason is only not the is centered around the fact that it's we are yet to get the final confirmation on that, but I think it's still a good entry though. This market would have been way further up if only DXY um, allowed it to happen, because the only reason why, like I said, British pound is finding it difficult is because of the thing DXY is doing here since. Okay, we need DXY to be on a healthy downtrend. This downtrend is not healthy, and I told you the reason why it's not healthy. The reason why it's not yet healthy is because of that top wick, and you can see that's literally what has been attracting the market to either come back up, but you can see there are some sell pressure in it. But market, this non-top wick is still attracting price to come to that level, and that's why we are experiencing this stalling movement we are seeing on British pound USD. That's what's explaining why we are seeing that slow move here on British pound USD. Okay, so coupled with the fact that today is also Friday, so we should also take that into consideration also. But the main reason why the price is behaving the way it's behaving now is centered around what DXY is doing. DXY needs to take the sell serious, and they need to drop candles that are favorable in the direction of that selling. Okay, so yeah. The only time I would close this trade if we see any profit after that time will be if price goes above that high that I pointed out. Okay, that non-top wick candle which is there. If price can come there, close it up, then um, we hope for a sell. But if the sell is not coming in, and maybe we are still seeing a British pound that is around the range of maybe a break even or in profit, then we'll close it, because it means if the market on DXY starts closing above, and when I mean above that candle without the top wick, if we see DXY closing above there and start trading around these areas here, around any area there, then there is no need to keep on holding, because it means we are at the mercy of price hitting going further up. And like I said, if DSY is going up, expect other guys to be going down. If DSY is going down, expect other price to be going up. And it's not all the price it's not all the currency pair in Forex. Is most especially I'm referring to the currency pairs that are paired against dollar. Okay, the ones that are paired against dollar, against USD. So that's the reason why we are experiencing what we are experiencing here. With that said, I also want to point out that there are rare occasions whereby that is not always the case. We've experienced one of them live here on the stream, and yeah, that's why I'm saying there is still high chances that and DXY might be going up, and still other major pairs will still be going up with it. The only guy that I've seen that have done that is British Pound USD. British Pound USD is kind of stubborn. Most times it's stubborn. The British Pound USD sometimes would want to do what it wants to do, regardless of whatever DXY is doing. I've seen rare occasions whereby that happens, but it doesn't happen more often. If you are judging from what happens more often, you will have to tilt towards what I said before now, which is if DXY is buying, other guys will be selling. If DXY is selling, other guys will be buying. Okay? So with that said, let's pull back. Let's go back to our British pound. I will spend more time here, and let's get back to our music while we wait. Okay, so I'm just paying close attention to what's going on here. Okay, DXY is still trying everything possible to get to that high, which is what we want. Also, I like the fact that British pound, for some reason, kind of extended a little bit into our direction. Okay, I like that for a fact. Also, I know this candle just started now. I like for a fact that it did not start with a top wick, so if they can maintain it and keep on trading down, which will be aligning towards what DXY is also doing, and it's quite similar to what we are seeing here on DXY. As you can see, this candle started also without a bottom wick. So that's a very good alignment there. Ooh, I need to join a meeting now, guys. I'm so sorry. I might have to mute myself again.